Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Time to check out another CIVIVI. And it's a CIVIVI from probably one of my all-time favorite designers, Mr. Ray Laconico. This is the Sokoke. Now, you might say, why'd you pronounce it like that? You forgo every other pronunciation and pronounce it like that. Why? Well, because that's how Ray told me he pronounces it. If it's good enough for Ray, it's good enough for me. So let's take a look. We've got a burlap micarta on this one. There's a burlap micarta. There's a couple of linen micarta, a brown and black linen micarta, I believe they both are. And then there's a black G10. There's also a black micarta and Damascus version out there. That one runs about, I think it was like 93, where these guys run right about 65, 66 bucks on these. CIVIVI, I mean, do I even need to talk about the construction of a CIVIVI knife? I don't think I do, but as always, it is done very well, chamfered off. Obviously, you've got that really large micarta backspacer in there, which is very interesting. You've got lanyard hole and a reversible pocket clip with recessed pocket clip screws. So everybody can be happy. Well, those of you that might not like front flippers all that well, might not be too happy, but hey, there's thumb studs, so there's that. Just throwing that out there. But lanyard fans and lefties, yeah, rejoice. Deep carry clip, love it. I mean, it's pretty deep carry. That was a very deep carry, but anyway. Back to it. Yes, the construction, the overall fit and finish is done very well. I will say one thing, though. When I first got this micarta, I was like, really? This is micarta? I mean, at first it was some of the most plasticky, like G10, that type feeling micarta I've ever had. But the more I use it, it's gotten a little bit better. So obviously, that's something that you might experience. Nested liners on it, which is very nice. Now, I did say you got dual thumb studs and you have a front flipper. So, jumps out there on those thumb studs. Action, really good. Yeah, it's probably one of the easier front flippers I've ever done. Really, really nice. The front flipper has been done very well, so it takes little to no effort to do that. Now, I'm not saying that as a knock on the detent. Detent is pretty darn good. I mean, it jumps out there for those thumb studs. It's just the leverage, the size, everything is just done really, really well on that front flipper. Action is very good. So, you've got a coated 14C28N blade. Ray Laconico right there. Well, our Laconico, but hey, Ray. For me, this is just another classic Laconico design. It's got the classic drop point blade, but you've got that swell in the handle, and we're definitely going to hit that up here in a little bit. Now, overall, got a good size to it. Choil looks pretty darn good. Out there past the plunge pretty well. Let's get our specs out of the way. So, overall, we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just over 7.5 inches. I mean, right about 7.5. You're looking at 4.25 on the handle, about 3.25, just a little bit more on the blade, and then your cutting edge is going to be probably just shy of 3.25 on this one. So, not bad at all. Let's get our size comparisons out of the way. There's your PM2. PM2, larger knife for sure. Not too bad, but it is. And then, of course, your bug out. Bug out's going to be pretty close as far as overall length. Yeah, not too bad. Blades are really similar, and handle, the Sokoke has it by, Sokoke, excuse me, has it by about a 1/4 inch. So it's key. He says key. Sokoke. So there we go. Overall weight on it. What does it say? It says, survey says, 3.5. Not bad. Not bad overall. Oh, and for our 100 right there. 100 grams for our overseas friends. And then, of course, I did say it was deep carry, and it is deep carry. A really solid clip on it. Really nice. Goes in and out of the pocket really easily. No issues there. Got a good ramp on it. Ooh, we did catch a There we go. Caught a string. Overall, what do I think of this guy? Well, I mean, you know, it's going to have the Laconico effect for me. I mean, that was the reason why I picked it up. I loved the way it looked just from the pictures, and I am not disappointed at all. Really like the swell in that hand. You could, in the handle, you can kind of see it kind of swells there in the center. Fills the hand very nicely. Fills my hand very nicely for sure. There you go. There's kind of the grip. It shows you good 4-finger grip. I have a little bit left over. Not too much though. Now, choking up on this one, I mean, you can a little bit. It's not going to gain you a whole lot, maybe a 1/4 inch or so. Obviously, you know, the more you choke up, the closer you are going to be to that corner of that blade. So just throwing that out there. Classic Laconico look for me. Loving that. Loving the drop point. Just absolutely good, clean lines. You know, that's big for me. Very, very much so. Action is pretty darn good. Like I said, the detent is, I think it's just fine for those thumb studs. Jumps out very nicely, and back to that front flipper. It's done really, really well and takes little to no effort to front flip it. I wished every front flipper was this easy. And this well done, I guess I should say, because man, it's almost effortless to get it to front flip, which is really cool. If you're not a big fan of front flippers, but you're digging on this knife, guys, I think you might like it. I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm not trying to sell you a knife or anything like that, but maybe. But overall, really, really ergonomic. I mean, I can feel that portion of the clip just a little bit. It's not too bad. If I was going to do a lot of repetitive cutting, which I really don't, it might become an issue, and I could see where somebody might say, okay, you know, that's a little annoying. Okay, I get it. I understand, just because I can feel it a little bit. But overall, terrific in hand. Man, just a solid little knife. And of course, like I said, by one of my favorite designers, so I think that's going to have it. It's going to give it a little bit in the plus category for me, for sure. But hey, I'm not going to tell you anything just to get you to buy a knife. We don't do that here. I dig it. I like it a lot. It just so happens that it happens to be designed by Ray, and that doesn't hurt in my book at all. CIVIVI did a terrific job with it. Great design by Ray. Solid little knife. Now, like I said, 14C28 on the blade steel, burlap micarta, selling for right around $65. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'm pretty happy with it. Nothing really much to say there, but let me know what you guys think about the Sokoke down in the comments, excuse me. Love to hear what you guys think. What do you... take a look. I'll leave a link down in the description. Take a look and tell me which one you think you like the look of best. As always, guys, super great to see you guys back to work this week. It's going to be a little bit busy. We'll still pump out the content for you guys. Always great to have you here. Thank you so very much. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.